Raiders, is that time of the year. Time to find out what is next in Raid Shadow Legends. And I gotta be honest, these videos always get me, always hype me up. So I'm just hoping that this stuff will be good, okay? There are tons of different things that we gotta go through. And my god, there are some amazing, amazing news in this video, guys, okay? I've already watched it, so I'm gonna lie by saying that this is my first impressions. But it's definitely my reaction because, oh boy, some interesting things, but let's dive straight into it.
The return of this legendary series has long been overdue, and we're thrilled to present a new episode at last. Welcome to What's Next in Raid.
We've
got a new expansion to Champion Gear that'll add a whole new layer of customization, live arena reworks with the introduction of seasons, and some much requested quality of life updates. We're talking background multi-battles, super raids,
background multi-battles, super raids
for the campaign,
let's go.
And instant Hydra battles.
Insta Hydra battles. You see, that's what I'm talking about. There are some big things, guys. Like background battles. I have been requesting that for the last 2 years to 3 years. Insta Hydra battles, again, is a very good thing, especially for people that are looking to save time on it and just to instantly get that damage done, basically, right?
And finally, a new challenge awaits all players, but we won't spoil it just yet. Watch this video to find out what it is. Now, let's get down to business. The first big feature we're showing off today is relics. These powerful new resources give you an insane amount of new customization options to...
So basically, this is like the next evolution in a power creep to make your characters more powerful. And I would assume starting straight off the back in the new clan boss will be pretty difficult. Once we're gonna get relics, we're gonna be able to be like, okay, this is more of a breeze now, more of a playing field, right? But basically, they are introducing relics. Are a highly specialized type of gear. They add a deeper level of champion customization and strategic possibility. You can earn relics from fighting the Chimera and from events, and they can be crafted in the Forge. So it's not something that is a dungeon, it's not a pack, hopefully. So they come from the Forge. Now, one thing that I want to say, the Forge, without a doubt, was the best thing that ever happened to Raid Shadow Legends. So seeing that the relics will come from the Forge, I'm actually feeling pretty good about that.
Suit how you play Raid. They can increase your champion's stats and provide abilities, new benefits that are similar to passive skills. For instance, a relic may grant a champion an emergency heal whenever their HP drops below 50%. It might enhance...
So they go up to level 15. Seems like they have ranks, they have different rarities, and they basically work like passives in a way or another. This one, for example, wearer is instantly healed by 10% when their HP drops below 50%. Okay.
Enhance the efficiency of their turn meter manipulation skills, or it could enable a champion to place new and unique buffs. Sounds exciting, right?
So seems like this is the Chimera one, which is a bit more different. Seems like they have different groups in there, right? Wearer's next attack after killing an enemy deals 20% more damage. So this is more for damage dealers, but it's a pretty interesting one.
There's more though. Each relic comes with a specific number of sockets, which you can put gemstones into. Gemstones offer further improvements to relics, adding...
So basically, they will have gems. Is an endless possibility in here. A lot of grind. Basically, you have different shapes on the gems, but he's gonna explain it in a second. And they're like extra additional effects. For example, if you add the first one, the wearer has a 5% chance to get an extra turn when healing an ally with an active skill. Or the second, when the wearer heals an ally with a skill, the heal is 10% more effective. Bosses deal 5% less damage to the wearer. Turn meter increase effects are 10% more effective on the wearer. So there's a lot of customization that can go into the relics, guys. And basically, this is kind of like the next way to power up your characters. I was not expecting it to see it just yet, to be honest.
Passive abilities into the mix. There's a ton here, from mitigating incoming damage to a chance at hitting twice with a default skill when attacking enemies under crowd control debuffs, and so much more. Abilities from relics
and you're getting stats too. I see speed right there on level 3 plus 3 speed. Most likely you're gonna get other stats. And the good thing is that everybody can get them, right? By playing the game. They're not all coming only from the Chimera. Even though we have tons of different difficulties on the Chimera. Very similar with the clan boss, right? So everybody who wants to fight that clan boss will be able to get all of these things, right?
Passive abilities from gemstones will work together, so you can mix and match them to create bespoke champion combinations that suit your playstyle.
That's actually very, very nice because let's just say you have a healer. You can gain a chance to gain an extra turn. You can increase the healing. You can do some other effects on one relic with all of these gemstones, you know? So you have a lot of possibilities in terms of how you're building your character. Very in-depth. I like that. I personally like that.
We want relics to open the door for awesome new team combinations that can take on Talaria's toughest challenges. So now you know why you're going to want relics. Here's some finer details about how they work. Both relics and gemstones come in different rarities you're already familiar with. Rare, epic, legendary, and mythical. However, gemstones will come in different shapes: circular, triangular, square, diamond, or pentagonal. A gemstone will only fit into a socket that is the same shape. You can't force a circular gemstone into a square socket. Relics are a little bit more complex in that they have a rank and level that can be upgraded to make the relic more powerful. But Raid, bro, how do we get them? Great question. The Forge will be your main source of relics, with crafting materials available in Live Arena, the Clan Shop, and other areas of the game.
So that's the good part of it, right? They are locked behind activities that can be completed. You have the Siege mode, you have the Clan Shop, you have Live Arena, most likely the new boss, and they come from the Forge. That's why I'm not negative about this whole thing, right? Because it's the Forge. And we all know how impactful the Forge was for everyone's accounts. In terms of what gear you're getting from there. We have so many amazing sets, right? So seeing that this is part of the Forge, that calms me down, to be honest. And it's a very in-depth system, which I honestly really, really like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Each crafting material for relics belongs to a specific group and can be used to craft specific relics. Crafting relics will be different from crafting other gear, though. We wanted to keep up the customization, so we're allowing you to mix and match the crafting materials you use to craft relics. Mixing materials will affect the type and rarity of the relic you'll receive, and there's no limit to the rarity and type of materials you can combine when crafting relics. Keep an eye out for a dedicated guide coming soon, where we'll go into more detail about crafting relics. Moving on. We're making some tweaks to Live Arena, starting with the introduction of Seasons, a rework of the gold tiers to give players a different type of challenge. Before you get to gold tier, though, we're increasing the amount of points you gain per victory in silver tier. And
that's very good for players that are struggling to get into gold. You're going to get 7 points per victory, and you're only going to lose 1 point for inactivity, right? That's very, very good.
Decreasing the inactivity penalty to just 1 point per day. Once you hit gold tier, though, that's it. You're in the big leagues and can't drop out again. As for the changes, Live Arena Gold Tier is becoming a seasonal league. There'll still be regular rewards like 2 new variable gear sets and materials to craft relics. Details are thin on the ground right now, but you can expect a more detailed update highlights video in the future when we're ready to release this feature. Next up, we're talking about quality of life updates. And we're prioritizing feedback from the community to deliver a few things that should help you save time in Raid. The first feature we're working on is background multi-battles. With so much to do in Raid, we're giving you the option to run your multi-battles in the background while Raid is open. You'll be freed up to sort your artifacts, test out new gear combinations on your champions, and handle other account logistics.
So by the looks of it, they are limited, right? As you may notice on the screen, for dungeons, you have 200 background runs. Still better than nothing. I'm not sure if they're going to make a way to increase that, if they're going to monetize that, or whatever they're planning to do. But either way, I'm just glad that they are finally planning to introduce this feature, right? As I mentioned, I have been requesting this for a very long time, and it's a game changer for everybody looking to save time. Being able to, farm the dragon in the background, or farm the Doom Tower in the background, or your faction wars, and then level up gear at the same time, or maybe even do arena at the same time, if the game will allow you to do all that, to play different game modes, or maybe you can only level up champions and do stuff like that. Either way, it's still much, much better than what we have at the moment. So I'm all in for this.
Off the back of that, we're also working on enabling super raids in the campaign.
Super raids for the campaign will be very, very helpful as well. Shooting two birds with one stone, basically, right? Farm the campaign faster, level up your champions faster. So this is, again, a very positive change. I wish we would see it in the Mino as well, because and the keeps, right? Those are some very important areas where we are spending a lot of time.
Imagine running Nightmare Stage 12-3 in the background with super raids enabled while getting your artifacts ready for your newly upgraded champions. Sweet, sweet synergy. Finally, we're working hard to bring instant battles to the Hydra.
So Insta Hydra battles. That means for a lot of players that will most likely choose to go full auto, insta, and that's it. Some of them will still manual, of course, to maximize their damage. But having this as an option on the table, thumbs up. This is, again, something that we have been requesting for the last few months. And I'm very pleased to see that they are planning to introduce it as well.
There's not much to say yet, but keep an eye on the news. We'll share something as soon as we can. And that's not all. We've also got a rework of the market.
So they've got a rework on the market. Oh, okay, I get it. For a second, initially, I did not really got the whole idea, the whole picture of it. So by the looks of it, they've grouped all of the markets together. The Bazaar, the Altar of Souls, the Token Trader, the Clan Shop, the regular market. So don't get too excited thinking that, oh my god, the regular market will be amazing now and we're going to get legendary books from there or stuff. Because I don't think that that is what they mean, okay? And I wish I would have all of that freaking currency on my account. Look at that. 500k coins and essence. Yes, please. Send it to us. Spread some love. Spread it to the players. But either way, I'm not sure what's this Mystic Market. I would assume it will be related to relics by the looks of it. Most likely. Or, considering there is the Altar of Souls, we have the Soul Merchant, the Mystic Market. Okay. Is where you can trade your coins for essence or soulstones. I got it. I got excited for a second.
Market. Improvements to gear upgrading and auto selling, and more.
Upgrades to gear and auto selling. So maybe more features and stuff, right?
Are coming soon, so stay tuned. And now comes the time
craft.
To meet the star of
Wait. I missed that.
Comes the time to stay tuned.
Quick craft complete. So you can basically do a quick craft of like 20, 30, 40 pieces of gear. I wish we would have like auto sell features for this, where you just sell all the crap that you don't want rather than click on each one of them. Hopefully they're going to bring that in as well.
And now comes the time to meet the star of today's episode. Please welcome the one
Chimera.
and only, the Chimera. The Chimera is Teleria's third clan boss, and its den is a dangerous place for would-be heroes who go in search of treasure. First things first, this isn't anything like the Demon Lord or the Hydra clan boss fights. In fact, it's not like anything we've ever done before, but more on that later. Our hard-working artists and modelers spared no time or effort making this monster of mythical proportions come to life. They had to do 4 times the work, too. As the Chimera has 4 forms it'll cycle through during the fight. There's the Ultimate form, the Ram form, the Lion form, and the Viper form. Each form comes with awesome visuals and its own set of unique skills which will require a special approach to handle. Here's how it works. The fight always begins with the Chimera in its ultimate form, and it will change forms every 5 turns on a preset rotation. You'll know exactly what's coming and when, so you can prepare accordingly.
So that's good, basically, because we were wondering how is this going to work. So we're going to have the ultimate form, which has all of the heads together. Then, every 5 turns that the Chimera takes, it's going to swap to the other form, and it's going to be the same order all the time, right? I think it was Lion or a Ram, Lion, Viper or something like that. I kind of like missed that part, but we always know what's going to come, basically. And the best thing that probably you've already noticed, Chimera turn count, 65 turns, not 1,500 turns, not 2 million turns, 65 turns. So that can actually save us some time as well. We don't want to dive into another time sink, right? So considering all of the other changes that are coming, I really think that overall they are definitely improving how we are spending the time in game, right?
Also didn't want this fight to drag out, so after 65 boss turns, the Chimera will escape, ending the fight. What makes this fight really stand out against the other clan boss fights are the trials. Each of the Chimera's forms, except the ultimate form, has 9 unique trials that can be completed, broken.
So this is what the trials are, actually. Because we were wondering, right, when I've released the other video, what are the trials? Are the cycles when it's changing forms? So basically, like, they are like mini quests. Absorb damage using shield buffs. Damage the Chimera while it is under defense down and decrease speed. Only counts damage from skills. And you are getting rewards that will be used to basically forge relics from the trial. So that's good.
Down into 3 difficulties, easy, normal, and hard. You'll have to do different things to complete them, like placing a certain number of debuffs on the Chimera within a set number of turns, or dealing a set amount of damage using only poison and HP burn debuffs. There's 27 trials in total, and progress will not carry over between battles. You'll need to complete them in each fight. Beware, though, the more...
Okay, so that's something you gotta keep in mind. You need to complete them during a battle. So if you back out of the fight and you come in with another key, you're not going to be able to continue from where you were left. You're going to start from scratch, basically, if you haven't completed them. And I'm not sure if you're still going to get the rewards that you've collected before or how exactly it's going to work. And this is what they've meant with trials. So every time you are completing trials, the boss will get more powerful. So you need to time it towards the end of the fight to ensure that you're not going to be from the very beginning when the boss still has 40 more turns to take and you're going to be at 27 trials, right? Because the boss will wreck you after.
Trials you complete, the stronger the Chimera's ultimate form becomes. It'll start ignoring damage-reducing buffs and your champion's defenses. So be careful. If you can complete the trials and fend off the ultimate form's enhanced attacks, you'll net yourself some awesome extra rewards. You'll get special crafting materials that are needed to make high-rarity relics from the Chimera group, as well as gemstones and other goodies. That's on top of all the other rewards you'll get just for fighting the Chimera. Same as other clan boss fights, you'll get personal reward chests for dealing enough damage to the Chimera,
Now, I do have bad news as well, guys. Get ready.
which will be doubled if your clan gets it to 0 HP. We're also introducing the Chimera Clash.
These are the bad news. The game mode will start directly with the Chimera Clash, similar with the Hydra Clash. It will work exactly the same. So I know people will not be happy about this, because again, it will put the clans in a competition and stuff. Extra rewards, that's how I'm looking at it. We're gonna get extra rewards
To this new clan boss, which will work the same as the Hydra Clash. Oh,
So these are the rewards, if I'm not mistaken, from Ultra Nightmare. He just collected the chest from Ultra Nightmare. And he got a relic by the looks of it, a 2-star relic, which can be advanced and stuff from what I understood. He got materials to level up the relics or the gemstones. He got materials for the forge. And he got fragments for the new mythical champion. 2 fragments from a chest. Now, by the looks of it, up here on the screen, guys, if you may pay attention to it, time remaining 5 days and 23 hours. This will be most likely a weekly clan boss, not a daily. I don't think it's going to be every 2 weeks because it's just too long, right? But I think it's going to be a weekly.
and there's also fragments for a brand new mythical champion up for grabs. As always, keep your
And
eyes
that's the
peeled
free
for a
mythical
dedicated
champion.
video guide
Free?
coming.
I mean,
where we'll go
everybody
into
can get
greater
fragments, but
detail
it's gonna
about the
take us a while
mechanics of
to
this monstrous new challenge.
get a champion.
Now, it wouldn't be a proper What's Next in Raid video if we didn't show off some of the incredible looking champions our artists have been working on. The holiday season is coming, and we're bringing Sir Nicholas's companion, Lady Noelle, into the fold. Don't get on her bad side, though. That kindly grandmother exterior only holds true if you've been nice all year. Bells the Reckoner will drop by the holiday
looked awesome.
celebrations as well, but be sure to watch your presence closely when Talaria's own version of Krampus is around. There are more champions to join them, and we have no doubt they will find a suitable place on your rosters. Whew, man, that was a lot to cover. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you're excited about these changes and updates coming to Raid in the near future.
That's it, guys. As I mentioned, tons of information to digest. And personally, I think we have some very good news in there, especially the QOL, the background battles, the Insta Hydra battles. I personally hate power creep. I hate introducing a lot of mechanics, but I actually like the idea of relics, and just for the simple fact that they come from here, okay? Which means that it's not going to be a pay-to-win thing like Souls. It's not going to be a pay-to-win thing like Empowerment. Or at least that's what I'm hoping for. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So far, they said we can get them from events, from the Chimera, from Live Arena, from the Clan Shop, from the Siege mode. So I am feeling positive about them. That will give us tons of different options on how we can build our characters and ultimately make a lot of different characters more useful, you know? So that's why I'm definitely a fan of it. Yes, it will be a stat increase, a bit of a power creep from that point of view. They haven't mentioned anything about area bonuses for the new clan boss, but most likely we are going to have one. Maybe not with this update, but maybe in the future. And that's it pretty much, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As usual, these videos always get me, always hype me up. But let me know what you think. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.